Welcome back, bros, to another video review. Today with the opportunity to take a look at another Transformers Rise of the Beast Autobots Unite Battletrap figure. So for the contents, this is what we get inside. We get the figure himself, Battletrap, and he comes with his accessory, which is what it was previously packaged as a Energon igniter, I guess gimmick attachment that goes with this figure. And then also for the instructions on how to transform the figure, it is on the back of the packaging. So if you want to keep that, don't throw away the box, or at least cut it off so you can save it in case you forget how to transform this figure from a later date. So here I am zoomed in to take a closer look at Battletrap and its details. Just looking at the figure as a whole, I actually don't mind the sculpting of this figure, even though this is a direct repaint of the Transformers Bumblebee Igniter series for Ironhide. Basically what they did is they just took the Ironhide mold, they changed the plastic to orange and black, and they colored some of the bits of this figure for silver to try to represent the Battletrap figure, what we saw in the movie. But as you know right here, this is not even close because it's just an Ironhead character with an Ironhead face painted in orange and also silver. And then you have the black bits for the arms, and then the black bits for the torso and the crotch, and then everything else is pretty much red except for the little bit of silver we get right there to form his legs. But as you know, guys, like I said, this is a toy for a child, not for collectors. But basically, for what we get is actually not bad compared to the CGI model, basically of just being a orange yellow tow truck, basically. So for the articulation on this figure, it does have a good range of motion compared to what we got with Bumblebee in the last review. So basically the arm does rotate a full 360. It's not hindered. They also gave us a little more than a 90-degree bend at the elbow, and that's for both hands, so you could definitely do that. And then the feet and the legs, they don't do anything but go in and out due to transformation. But this is what we do get. We do get a waist swivel, and that's due to transformation. And then, like I said, for foot pivot, they gave us heel spurs. If you want to, pivot those to give them a better stance, that's up to you. But that's pretty much all the articulation we get for this figure. So let's go ahead and keep moving on and check out the comparisons. As for the first comparison, here we are with all of the figures in the wave that came out for this line that I know of, that I collected. So here we have Megatron, we have Battletrap, and we have Bumblebee. As you see right here, guys, this completes the wave of the figures that came out. I do not know if there was another wave, but this is the only wave that I know of. And just comparing them right now, right off the bat, I will say for me, the best one out of the wave is going to be Megatron, and then Battletrap, and then lastly Bumblebee, because Bumblebee is basically a brick to me. Bumblebee does not have as much articulation as Megatron and also Battletrap as a wave. So yes, right now, if you would like to see the links on these videos for Megatron, it will show up right now. And then a few seconds later, I'll have the Bumblebee show up if you would like to check out that video. But let's continue the comparisons and add some more figures to this group shot. For my next comparison, here we have the Studio Series Battletrap, which is what we should have got compared to what we actually got with the Battletrap figure from the Autobots Unites. As you can see, both of these figures do not compare. They're not even equal, they're not even alike, but this is a cheap version of them trying to give us this Battletrap figure and try to recolor it into its color scheme, even though we all can see that this is just a Ironhide painted orange. And here we are for my final comparison. I've added a few different various figures just so you could see how well these figures scale with figures we already may have in our collection. So the first figure I'm going to talk about is going to be the Studio Series Core Class Noah Diaz in the exosuit. Yes, I don't have his jet wings or his airplane kibble on him, just to show you the scale, how well he scales with the new Battletrap figure from the Autobot Unite line. And then compare it with the Weaponizer Cheetor, as you could see. As you know, he can definitely hold that in his hand if you transform him into Cheetor's Weaponizer mode. And then also comparing it to the Weaponizer 2-pack Wheeljack. As you see, Wheeljack is definitely taller than Battletrap. And then in the back, we have the leader class Optimus Primal himself, which is actually a Voyager size scale figure, but nevertheless, it still looks good. Of course, when it scales to Battletrap, this figure does not fit this shelf. And then we also have the Earthrise Optimus Prime standing mighty and tall in the background, just so you know that this is not a large figure, but rather a short figure, and it's more catered towards kids rather than collectors. So now it's time for transformation. So basically what you want to do here is the first thing is bring the legs together, bring them back like this. You can lock these in now, clip these in, so that's formed. Now what you want to do is rotate the waist, take this piece, lift it up, bring the whole torso down, which is going to lock that into place just like that. It's going to friction in. Then what you want to do is rotate the arms down, rotate this arm down also, and then bring them in, lock it up right here. It's a peg right there. And then here we are with another one. Peg it right in. Right here is a peg. And now we have Transformers Battletrap transform into its alt mode. As for the details on this figure, like I was saying earlier, the only thing that's pretty much accurate to what we saw in the movie might be the coloring of the vehicle. This orange, it had black windows. Other than that, this is not a tow truck. This is a orange version of Ironhide, which I know is a straight repaint and a reuse of the same mold. There's no new head or no new features to make it a tow truck, but so that's all we get. And I mean, it's kind of lazy, but I do understand Hasbro is trying to reuse this mold in efforts to make this mold profitable. So as for the gimmick, basically what you want to do is you just want to slide this in, and it's going to if you do it like this, you just push down, and it's supposed to pop these pieces out, but I'll just use my hand because it's easier. And you just slide this in. It's going to lock in right there, and as you see, it just clips right there. So now you have Battletrap ready to use his gimmick. And basically what you do is you push this down, and as you saw like that, he takes off. Doesn't seem as fast as what we got with Bumblebee and Megatron, but yes, the gimmick definitely still works on this figure, and I do like gimmick toys, so I think it's pretty cool. And here we are for my first comparison. Here I have all three figures from the line of this Autobots Unite line. And as you see right here, they're all pretty much the same scale and size, but they're definitely out of scale due to the vehicle modes. As you see right there, Battletrap, I believe, is going to be the smallest out of all of them because he is a truck. He should be a tow truck. So he's supposed to be bigger than Bumblebee's Camaro. And then he's definitely not supposed to be bigger than Megatron's air airplane or air hover mode or tank mode or whatever you want to call it, that should be humongous in compared to the other two figures in the wave. But as you see right here, because it is the Autobots Unites line and it is a gimmick line, so they're all the same size, even though they have different alt modes. And I must say, as a whole, I do like the Autobot Unite gimmick on each figure. And I think it's pretty cool so that kids can enjoy this feature. All they do is push down on the lever and these toys race across the floor or race across whatever surface they may be playing with these toys on. And that's pretty cool. And that is something that reaches out to kids and makes it fun. And here we are for my final comparison. Here I have the Battletrap compared with the mainline Optimus Prime and also the mainline Bumblebee. And just so we can just throw it out there, here is the Weaponizer's Wheeljack, as you saw in the previous portion of comparisons in his robot mode, just so you can see how they compare as a group. Here we have them right there. And yes, I do like the scale or the length on Battletrap when compared to Wheeljack, but I don't like the height. You know, like I said, it's supposed to be a tow truck. What we got was a pickup truck. So that's not bad, but it could be better. And here we have it with the mainline Bumblebee. As you see, it's definitely higher and bigger because this is a real deluxe. This is like a smaller figure, so the scale is off on that, but let's put him back. And here we have it with Primal. Now, this scaling on these two figures, in my opinion, looks very well. I think it's pretty accurate, as if it was a real-life vehicle, because Optimus Prime is a semi-truck, while Battletrap is a tow truck, but in this case, a pickup truck. So now we reached the portion of my review where I like to summarize and do the Yeah Bro pick up or pass segment on this figure I am reviewing before you, where I get to share my opinions and my thoughts about it, and just to keep you informed, just in case you see this figure at your local store and are on the fence on deciding whether you want to pick it up or ultimately deciding if you would like to pass on this figure. So I'm going to be honest, I am definitely on the fence with this figure. I do not feel that it is the weakest figure in this wave, but I do not believe it is the strongest, because I know the strongest is going to be the Megatron figure. So guys, I'm going to be honest, if you find this at your local Ross store and end up seeing it for $3.99 plus taxes, I'll go ahead and say it's a pickup. But if you're going to find it like I did at my local Kroger marketplace for the more expensive price, it is definitely not worth the pickup. So for this figure right here, it is a straight retool of the buzzworthy Bumblebee Energon Igniters version of Ironhide, which we've gotten during the release of the Bumblebee movie, which was, I would say, last year. The toys were on the shelves, or the previous year before that. When looking at the paint details on this figure, it is definitely very minimal. There's only certain things painted, like the grill of the car, the face of the robot, the smokestacks of the truck, a little bit on the windows, a little bit on the hood of the vehicle, and also a little bit on the legs of Battletrap. I want to say Ironhide because it's the exact same figure that was called Ironhide, but now it's called Battletrap. And the playability on this figure is still fun because it is a Energon Igniter. You push it down once you have the piece assembled, and now your figure is able to roll on its own. I think that gimmick definitely kids are going to like. And then the fact, in addition, that they can transform it from robot mode into vehicle mode is still pretty cool, and is definitely a must-have for all Transformer fans to be able to transform their Transformer from alt mode to robot mode. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I found my copy at my local Kroger store, Kroger Marketplace to be exact, where I paid $21.99 plus taxes for a figure that I do believe is not worth that price. So do not do the mistake that I have done. If you find it at your local Ross for $3.99, that price I do believe that figure is worth, and it is worth your time for a pickup. With that being said, if you would like to find a copy of it, it's not on Kroger's website, but more than likely it'll be in the Kroger Marketplace toy section at your local Kroger store. But if you can't find it there, you can always hunt at your local Ross store, and you may get lucky to see it stumble up on the shelf. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. In addition, please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be informed when I have uploaded new content for you to check out at your spare time. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. And until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon. Thank you.